We're creating a monster in Brazilian soccer.
I can't stand you, but I think you're a hell of a player. A great player.
Everyone should kneel and thank God. What an extraordinary player.
Nothing represents Neymar's career more than this love-hate relationship of hero and villain. But if there's one thing you can't deny, it's that watching Neymar play at his peak was an art. His dazzling dribbles, his amazing goals, his dances were a representation of a game free of worries and full of joy. A symbol of the Brazilian way of playing soccer that inspired thousands of people.
You have to have joy on the field. If there's no joy, dance.
Without a doubt, we were witnessing something different. An extremely talented kid with a very unique personality. This made him one of the most charismatic figures in recent years.
He arrives with his image attached to the image of soccer itself, the art of soccer, the magic.
It's no wonder that the Brazilian people placed all their soccer hopes of this generation on him.
We used to say, it wasn't possible that the lightning that made Pelé at Vila Belmiro would also make Neymar.
A boy raised hearing he'd become the world's best player and the hero who'd win Brazil its long-awaited 6th World Cup.
Don't you think that's a lot of pressure?
At this age already, people are already talking, putting you in that position.
It's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
But God willing, I'll get there.
Always highly praised and acclaimed wherever he went.
He became a reference. Children all over the world are passionate about him.
Every human being at some point in life wants to go through this process of personal affirmation, where they want to be noticed, want to be valued, to feel important. And in Neymar's case, this happened very early. Not yet 20, he was already considered Brazil's celebrity of the moment. It's obvious that this inflated ego would mess with a kid's head.
I've worked a lot with young people. I've been following them my whole life. I think it's time for someone to educate this young man, or we're going to create a monster.
His bold, cocky, and arrogant attitude was fueled by his idolization and bothered a lot of people.
Today I was disappointed.
But when it came to soccer, the results were impressive. His plays, his goals, and his achievements gave signs that he really would be the guy so many imagined.
Neymar had a club in mind where he wanted to play in the league.
Neymar bids farewell to Brazilian soccer this Sunday after 9 years at Santos. He will join football club Barcelona for the next 5 seasons.
He was a legacy, right? He was the continuity. He was the guy who had improvisation, the numbers, the talent, the technique, the entertainment, everything.
Your dream has come true, boy! You are the champion of the Champions League, the most important competition on the planet, and you scored a goal in the final!
But over time, more and more problems started to appear, both in my personal life and in my professional life.
Since August 2013, he has been the most fouled player in Europe and worldwide.
The Brazilian appears to have a serious injury.
Neymar's career is full of twists and turns, of ups and downs, a love-hate relationship with the media and with the fans, love for his ability to be an artist, showing his talent at times, and hate for his controversial personality.
What can I do? Now you'll have to put up with me.
Which, for many, was the main reason he didn't become what people expected him to be.
There's a lack of commitment, athleticism, mastery, and being like Cristiano Ronaldo, committed. Neymar is more committed to his social life than to football, and I have nothing against his choice.
The strong pressure and the burden of carrying the weight of being a future national hero have often gotten in his way during his career.
For me, Neymar's problem is what happens off the field.
I needed those escapes. Let's say being with my friends, being with my family so that I can manage to get through each day.
It was noticeable how he needed to escape from all that reality.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to party.
To look for something beyond soccer, where he wouldn't have to deal with all the pressure and responsibility that the media and fans put on him. If he doesn't win a World Cup, he's no good. If he's not the best in the world, he's a failure.
Did you start training with that in mind? Did you want to be the best in the world or just a good player?
No, because if you put extra pressure on yourself, it's worse. Let things happen naturally. That's how my life has always been. Being overly obsessed can prevent you from achieving your goals in both your football career and personal life. You have to let things happen naturally. That way your mind is at ease. You can live your life naturally.
Suddenly, things for Neymar seem to no longer flow so naturally.
Neymar isn't as cheerful as before.
And he ended up surrounded by all these expectations that were placed on him. There's no way around it. In Brazil, the standards are very high. The teams before Neymar's were filled with great stars. Many of those guys won the Ballon d'Or and also a World Cup. In other words, for Neymar to earn respect, he had to win what those guys won.
I don't know what more I can do with this jersey to make people respect Neymar.
Unlike the teams of the past, Neymar didn't have many people to share all that responsibility with.
Soccer isn't a solo sport, but blame usually lands on the biggest name.
The last World Cup winning team, for example, had an attack made up of 3 guys who went on to win the Ballon d'Or. In recent years, we've always seen the media referring to the team as Neymar's team. If things went well, he was praised, but if they went badly...
What has he done for Brazilian soccer? What has he given to Brazilian soccer up to now?
You're not even a fingernail of Pelé.
Although Neymar is now the national team's top scorer, he remains overshadowed by past idols.
Even if you claim to be different, a new guy, wanting your own story, they will always be comparing.
Your career goals ended up being undervalued by constant comparisons with the past, when in reality, that's very relative. For example, the Belgian team eliminated Brazil in the 2018 World Cup. It was a country witnessing the best generation of all time, with stars of global relevance. It was the so-called Belgian golden generation. They finished that World Cup in 3rd place. For us, that would be a failure. But after the World Cup, the Belgian players were welcomed like this in their country. At the time when I saw those images, I immediately thought, what a loser mentality, celebrating 3rd place. They'll never have a team like that again. They should have taken the opportunity to win. But for the Belgians, that way of thinking is absurd. After all, Belgium isn't as big, doesn't have the same relevance, and certainly doesn't have a high standard of comparison in football to say that those guys did badly. But I can say that this is one of our greatest enemies in life without us even realizing it. Constant comparison traps you into always wanting to be accepted and valued. Meanwhile, what you truly find important as an individual ends up being set aside, making you chase only what others want or expect from you. And Neymar's career is marked by this constant struggle.
But why are you feeling this lack of respect?
That's normal, but this has been going on for a long time. This comes from you, reporters, commentators, and others as well.
A burden that becomes even more unbearable with the connectivity of today's world, which has been torture for many players.
You can criticize me on the field, that's no problem. Not liking my soccer, saying that I played badly, I don't see a problem with that. My personal life is private. No one should interfere. I have to handle it the best way I can. But when they start attacking me, attacking my family, that's what makes me sad.
Because I've become a role model and I'm living the dream of so many people.
I wanted to play early, I became famous early, I got rich early.
They think your life is just happiness, that your life is public property, and your job is to live to please and entertain the majority. But that's not the reality.
An athlete's life is very hard, it's not easy. We give up a lot for a dream that you have.
And I'm far from wanting to victimize Neymar in this story. After all, this is the reality for many players. One of the greatest stars of all time, for example, also faced a lot of difficulty dealing with these excessive expectations. In Argentina, from an early age, Lionel Messi was treated as the new Maradona, and the pressure to carry that burden was so strong that it was obvious on the field.
Messi.
His performance with the Argentine national team is far below the level that made him the best player in the world at Barcelona. The pressure was so unbearable that he even announced his retirement from the national team.
For me, that's enough. My time with the national team is over. That's 4 finals already. It's not for me.
Luckily for the Argentinians, he changed his mind about that decision, and on his return, this time more experienced, he seemed to have found a balance between the psychological and the physical sides. It was only at 34 years old that he won his first title with the national team. The following year, he led Argentina to the world title, and now he will be immortalized alongside Maradona as a god of Argentine football. In the career of a player who competes at the top level of football, the big challenge is finding that window of balance between mind and body. In today's football, the mental demands are heightened by the constant pressure and demand for results. It's getting harder and harder to disconnect from them. But the truth is that constant worry and obsession with the final result can be self-sabotaging, draining energy for something that's often out of your control. Neymar's career is a great example of that. There were several uncontrollable events that got in the way of his plans. Moments when things were going well, expectations were high, and suddenly, completely unexpected injuries happened.
Unfortunately, he took a hard hit.
Or even moments of difficulty when he took responsibility, did what was expected of him, and made the decision.
He shoots! Goal! Goal!
But collective mistakes ended up compromising things.
It's over.
The 6th title dream is over.
The emotional traumas of his career were so great that Neymar has already made some statements where he revealed he's tired of soccer, that he's even thought about retiring. This exhaustion is just the tip of the iceberg of a journey that began with the passion and dreams of a boy, but under the pressure of expectations, saw that passion slowly fade away. As he got older and his career progressed, he realized that all his transformation and the sacrifices he made in his life didn't help him achieve what people expected most from him.
You know that we miss many moments.
I think today it's clear that Neymar did less than all of us knew he could do. It's not about our expectations, but what we knew he could do.
Maybe Neymar really has become the monster everyone talked about. A reflection of not being able to meet the demands and expectations of those who, deep down, were the ones who rooted for and wanted his success the most. The strange legacy of Neymar is not about whether he succeeded or not as a soccer player, but about how his story teaches us to appreciate the journey beyond the results, to find joy in the process, and above all, to be able to keep your essence in front of the eyes of the world. If you enjoyed it, I recommend you watch this other video about the movie Surf's Up, which complements the message behind Neymar's story.